Hello and welcome to my Yugioh channel. Make sure to subscribe for more daily Yugioh content. So today we're going to be covering the ultra rares that are in this new pack for Duel Links. It's a mini box called Sign of Harpies. The first ultra rare is Cyber/Harpy Lady. This is a wind attribute winged synchro monster. It's level 8 with 2600 attack and 1400 defense. Requires one tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters. For this card's synchro summon, you can treat one Harpy monster you control as a tuner. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while on the field or in the graveyard. When a spell or trap card or effect is activated, except during the damage step, as a quick effect, you can target one monster your opponent controls or one Harpy monster you control, return it to the hand. You can only use this effect of Cyber/Harpy Lady once per turn. The great thing about this card is it's very versatile within the deck. The Harpy Ladies like to be summoned multiple times, and obviously with the field spell Harpy Hunting Ground, every time you normal summon or summon a Harpy Lady, it instantly destroys one of a back row. The disadvantages that can actually end up sometimes being your own, because it's a mandatory effect. But by bouncing back your own Harpy Ladies, you can then reset and resummon them. It can also be used against your opponent. If they have a special summon monster or they have something that's from the extra deck, that card is going back to the extra deck and your opponent would have used a number of resources in order to summon those cards. The wind attribute type monsters as well support this whole mechanic of returning cards to the hand. There are a few cards that work this way, and so this deck is starting to synergize with greater themes outside of its own archetype, making it a lot more versatile. I don't know about you, but I have seen within some of the duels that My Valentine is being used a lot more, the original user of the Harpy Ladies. I should also note that because of its summoning requirement, you don't actually have to run tuner monsters within the Harpy Lady deck. It's not meant to be part of the Synchro era. It came from the original duel monsters. So this means at least, you can use a Harpy Lady and another Harpy Lady to make the level 8 rather than running very random monsters. Blade Armor Ninja is a wind attribute warrior type Xyz monster. It's a rank 4 that has 2200 attack and 1000 defense. Requires 2 level 4 warrior type monsters to summon it. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card to target one ninja monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. The reason this card is part of this pack is just simply because it's a wind attribute monster. This was used, I think, in episode 16 of Yugioh Zeal with it's a small-time villain, really. He was very misguided. He was very trusting of certain people who ended up letting him down. He ended up becoming very dark and very mistrustful and corrupted. And he went against his master's wishes to the point where he actually destroyed one of his master's creations. It was a wooden statue. Interesting thing as well is he had one of the numbers, I think it was number 12, which is in Shadow Armor Ninja. It's basically a monster that avoids being destroyed by card effects by just detaching a material. Nothing special about it. Maybe that card might see an appearance in a future pack. Generally speaking, this is not a bad effect, but the thing is there aren't that many ninja monsters out there. It's a very niche archetype, and until there are, I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. And the final ultra rare is Mecha Phantom Beast Draco. This is a wind attribute machine type Xyz monster. It's a rank 7 with 2600 attack and 2200 defense. Requires just 2 level 7 monsters, so it's generic. And its effect is, once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Special summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. They're machine type wind attribute level 3 with 0 attack and defense, while you control a token. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, you contribute 1 Mecha Phantom Beast monster, then target one card on the field, destroy that target. This card cannot attack during the turn you activate this effect. Okay, so for anyone who isn't aware of Yugioh Zeal or maybe joined, Yu-Gi-Oh a little bit later than the Zeal era, there were 2 main rank 7 monsters that were a nightmare to deal with, and they were banned outright for a number of formats because they were deemed too powerful. The first is number 11, Big Eye. The reason for that is just by detaching an Xyz material, you can steal one of your opponent's monsters, and of course, during that time, you could just Xyz using that, you could synchro summon, you could tribute summon using those monsters, which made that very powerful. This is the other card. Now, the reason for that is the destruction effect. As soon as it's summoned, you get 2 tokens. And since those are treated as Mecha Phantom Beasts, even though they're tokens, you can just tribute a token and get rid of one of your opponent's cards without having to face any sort of consequence. Additionally, the Mecha Phantom Beast cards, whichever support you kind of look at, they generate more and more of these tokens, so you can continue to use these effects. Even though it can only use its effect once per turn, it's of very little consequence, and you will get to a position where you're amassing advantage, keeping your opponent off that advantage, putting them steadily in a position where they cannot fight back.